there, Bubba. Take a seat, my man.
Thanks, Archie. I need to relax a little bit. I've been having a time trying to get little Bubba to go to sleep at night. I've been trying to read him bedtime stories. That doesn't seem to work.
It's because you're telling him all the wrong stories, like what our parents used to do. I mean, that's so boring. Why would we fall asleep to that? You got to change him up a little bit, you know, twist him around. Listen, I'm going to tell you a story, and I want you to go home, and I want you to tell your kids this, all right? This story is going to be a good one. It's called The P Little Thrigs. All right? Here we go. Once upon a time, there were P Little Thrigs. One day, the first of these P Little Thrigs, he was walking down the road, and he saw a man just widing a ragging down the street.
Widing a ragging?
Widing a ragging. And that piddle leg said, "Hey, mister, would you sell me that strut of law?" And he said, "I want to hild me a bouse. I want to hild me a hall strauss." So he got him some haw and he held him a blouse. Along came that big wad bull. And he said, "Hey there, piddle leg, let me in." And that piddle leg said, "Not by the chair on my henny hen hen." So the big wad bull, he said, "I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll hoe your blouse down." Hoe the blouse down. So he huffed, and he puffed, and he hoed the blouse down. And then he ate up that piddle leg. The next day, the second of these piddle legs, he went down the road, and he saw another man just widing a ragging. And he said, "Mister, would you sell me that stoat of flicks? I want to hild me a bouse. I'm going to hild me a hick house." So he hilt him a stouse made of hicks. But along came the big wad bull. He said, "Hey there, piddle leg, let me in." And that piddle leg said, "Not by the chair on my henny hen hen." So the big wad bull said, "All right, I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll hoe the blouse down." So he huffed and he puffed and he hoed the blouse down. Now, the third of these piddle legs, he was just a smiddle bit larder. He went off down the road and he saw another man widing a ragging. And he said, "Hey, mister, would you sell me that broad of licks?" He said, I'm gonna hild me a bouse. So I want to build it out of brick so that I can have a nice, sturdy hick brouse. So he hilt him a brouse of hicks, and along came that big wad bull. And he said, "Hey, piddle leg, let me in." And this piddle leg said, "Not by the chair on my henny hen hen." And the big wad bull said, "Well, that's fine, piddle leg. I'm going to huff, and I'm going to puff, and I'm going to hoe your blouse down." And so that big wad bull huffed and he puffed, and he huffed and he puffed and puffed and huffed, and he hewed the blouse, but it did not doll found. So he said, "All right." He stuck his head up to the window and he said, "All right, piddle leg, you're absolutely root. I cannot hoe down your blouse." But he said to himself, "I'll fix this." So he said, "I'm just going to climb up on the roof and I'm going to chide down the slimney." He's going to chide down the slimney. So he climbed up on the roof and he chid down that slimney, but the third of these P Little legs, man, let me tell you, he was smart. He knew what was going on, see? So he ran into the kitchen and he got himself a great big pot of boiling butter.
Boiling butter?
You heard me. Boiling butter. And he put this right over the fireplace. And the big wad bull hit it on the way down, and that boiling butter spilled all over him and burned him something fierce. That big wad bull screamed, "Whoo, that's extremely painful to a bull's gluteus maximus." So the third of these pea little thrigs ran into the kitchen again right quick, and he got him a real narp shife. And he went and he cut that big wad wolf open, and he got out his brothers. And that night, they had big wad wolf stew for supper, and they sanced and they dang all night long. And the pea little thrigs lived happily ever after. Then.